Well, wasn't really expecting to make this video, but might as well talk about the rice whale while it's still potentially here. In 2021, scientists determined that the rice whale is a unique species. They are genetically and morphologically distinct from bird's whale. The determination was supported by the study of a whale that stranded in the Florida Everglades. The Marine Mammal Stranding Network ensures scientists were able to secure the carcass and study it thoroughly. Balloroperta ricei, in honor of Daniel W. Rice, the first scientist to write about these whales in 1965. In 2019, NOAA Fisheries listed the Gulf of Mexico bird's whale as an endangered species under the Endangered Species Act. In 2021, NOAA's Fisheries revised the common and the scientific name of the listed entity to the rice whale. The revised the classification level of from subspecies to species. New scientifically accurate taxonomy. Like all marine mammals, the rice whale is also protected under the Marine Mammal Protection Act. The rice whale are a member of the baleen whale family in the group Ballinidae, with likely fewer than 100 individuals remaining. Rice whales are one of the rarest whales in the world. Researchers indicate rice whales live year-round in the Gulf of Mexico. They are the only species of baleen whales that regularly occurs in the Gulf. The whale weighs up to 60,000 pounds and is about 41 feet in length. It's not quite known what their sexual maturity is, but it is estimated to be around 9 years of age. Most sightings of the rice whale have been concentrated in 100 to 400 meter water depths in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. Sightings have been documented less frequently in the western Gulf, offshore of the Louisiana and Texas. Underwater sound records, along with the Gulf continent's shelf break from Florida to Texas, have detected the rice whale calls. Recent calls were detected in Mexican waters, which is the first confirmation that the species also occurs in the southern Gulf of Mexico. Rice whales are closely related to the Birdie's whale and, like bird's whale, are smaller than the sea whale. Birds and rice whales have three prominent ridges in front of their blowhole, though this feature can be difficult to observe at sea. Their body is sleek and their pectoral fins are slender and pointed. Rice whales are uniformly dark gray on the top with a pale to pink belly. The head of a rice whale makes up about 1/4 of its entire body length. The whale has a broad fluke or tail and pointed and strongly hooked dorsal fin located about 2/3 of the way back on its body. Like other baleen whales, rice whales engulf large amounts of water and strain through baleen plates that hang inside their mouths to catch prey. They have throat grooves that expand while feeding to increase the amount of seawater and therefore prey that they can engulf. Relatively little is known about the rice whale. Limited data from the two tagged individuals suggests that they spend the daytime diving near the floor to feed. At night, they spend the majority of their time within 50 feet of the water's surface, placing them at a greater risk for vessel strikes. Available data also suggests that selectively feed schooling fish such as silver ring rag driftfish. This died in contrast to the bird's whale, which is often observed feeding near the surface and eat a wide variety of prey such as small crustaceans, anchovy and sardine, mackerel, and herring. The Trump administration wants to expand oil and gas drilling that scientists fear could push this giant mammal to extinction. This species is especially vulnerable to vessel strikes, noise pollution, oil spills, and climate change, all of which could increase with more drilling, scientists say. Other animals, including threatened manatees and endangered sea turtles, also could be put at risk, experts say. As the war in Iran pushes energy prices sharply higher, Secretary of Defense Hegsbreth invoked the national security in seeking an exception form of the Endangered Species Law, which makes it illegal to harm or kill species on the protected list. The seldom used God Squad. It was established in 1978 as a way to override from Endangered Species Act protections if a cost-benefit analysis concluded it was the only way to achieve net economic benefit in the national or regional interests. God Squad is led by a Secretary of the Interior with 5 other federal officials, and the vote must be unanimous for the exception. For the committee had only issued exemptions twice. The first was for construction of a dam on the section of the Platte River considered critical habitat for the whooping cranes, though a negotiated settlement won significant protection that led the overall ecosystem to improve. The second was the logging in northern spotted owl habitat, but the request was withdrawn after the environmental groups sued, arguing the committee decision was politically and violated legal procedures. The big concern is the Trump administration wants to eliminate rigorous sanctity of future exemptions and turn this into a thing that could be invoked at any time, almost for any purpose. Yeah, I usually try to avoid being super political in my videos, but due to recent events with the whole Iranian war, that was started for no really good reason, and it really sucks. And my heart goes out to the people whose lives have been either lost or ruined by this horrible decision. I will say this. We're dealing with the worst regime in human history. Even somehow worse than the Nazis. Somehow worse. Because at least the Nazis cared about the environment, or even animal rights. Well, I'll go into that topic with the Aurochs video that's going to come relatively soon. But I'm from America. I mean, it's not maybe the most proud time to be an American. And I usually try to be lighthearted with these topics and I think I need to say this because I couldn't live with myself. And if anyone listening to this is still associated with Donald Trump in any way, in any shape, in any form, I personally have to speak for every human, every living thing, from the largest rice whale to the smallest microbe. I will personally say to them, to whoever's part of that administration, fuck you forever.